Good afternoon and welcome to Field of Dreams Farm. Last video we showed you how to process a chicken. This video we're going to actually show you how to cut up a chicken, because your best deal is when you buy a whole chicken and you're able to cut it up. So we're going to show you piece by piece how to cut up a chicken. We're going to do this two ways. First way is we're going to show you how to do boneless, skinless breast out of this chicken, and we're going to show you how to do a split breast chicken. So let's start with the tools. I use two knives. One knife is a very stiff fillet knife, and the other knife is a flexible fillet knife, just a little bit smaller. And then everybody probably has one of these around their house, which is a simple hand pruning shear. So if you've ever had problems with those necks, this is your solution. So let me show you how easy this is. If you start with the neck, is always what you want to start with on a chicken. Now most of the chickens you buy in the store aren't going to have the neck on them, but in case you buy from farms, they very well may have the neck. So what we're going to do is show you how to do the neck. Take the shears, just put it straight over the neck and clamp them just like you would pruning a bush. And that's it. Set those aside, take your knife and just cut the place where you snipped it. And there's your neck, is off of the bird. Okay, now, most birds you buy are going to look like this. Isn't that a beautiful bird? Field of Dreams Farm. Anyway, so now we're going to start with the wing. And when you start with the wing, you want to use the weight of the bird. So you hold the wing and just hold it just off the table a little bit. Take your stiff knife, and you're going to try to get in this little armpit corner right here. There's a little armpit. It's just the armpit. And you want to try to get as less of the breast meat as possible. You're going to get a little bit always, but you start and you just find that knuckle. See, you see the knuckle there already? Find that knuckle and you just keep cutting as you pull, and then use the weight of the bird to get through the rest of it. And there's your wing. Beautiful wing. Then you just repeat the process on the opposite side. Turn the bird over like this. Start in the armpit. You see the knuckle? See how easy you saw the knuckle there? And then just right on through. Right? Very good. Okay, now we go to the leg quarters. On the leg quarter, you start on either side. I usually start on the left side. You pull the legs apart, and you want to get a nice, you just cut the skin in between the breast and the leg, get it started, and then you pull, and it starts to rip. And then you can cut just a little bit more. Now, use the weight of the bird, pick it up with your left hand, or whichever hand you're following. Now there's what they call oyster meat right here. You want to get that, so the way to get that is just cut kind of at an angle. See the blade? That's angle. Cut at an angle on through, and then just kind of up a little bit, and you'll feel it coming through the knuckle. And then just ease on that. And look at that. Beautiful leg quarter. Okay. Okay, so let's do the next leg quarter. Left leg quarter, again, cut the skin, pull it, skin rips a little bit, cut it the rest of the way. On the left side, you've got to cut a little bit in this little corner here to start. Then pick the bird up, get your oyster meat there, pull the bird. You see that little, how the knuckle cracked there a little bit, come through, and there you go. Nice, beautiful leg quarter. All right, now we get to what's going to save you a lot of money, the boneless, skinless breast. Now all we have left is the back and the breast. So, first make sure the skin is detached, like that. Turn it over, make sure that, detached. And then all you have to do is take those two wings, grab the skin, and pull. The skin comes right off. There it is. And by the way, you can fry these up too, and they make delicious appetizers. Okay, I'm going to kind of fillet this. There's a lot of different ways to do this. I prefer this way because I try to get as much of the breast meat as I can. So I start down the keel bone, and I ease down, and then you got the wishbone. You're going to hit that wishbone, and you're going to just ease on down. Then I come back up. Just a nice little slice right beside the keel bone, and then I go to the other side. Slice right along the keel bone. Now you may notice that wishbone will shift on you a little bit. Make sure you get on the outside. You may cut through it. If you cut through it, it's okay. You can just cut it out once you get the breast out. Now the next thing I do is I then pull with my thumb, pull out the meat and just cut gently as I pull out the meat. And a nice sharp knife helps, obviously. And you can see how this is coming off, and then you just go right along the bone. And then at some point, I just get the sharp end of the knife in there and cut right along that bone. And voila, beautiful piece of boneless, skinless breast. Now, here's a little trick. Remember those tenders that are $10, $13, $14 a pound? Well, let me show you where they're at. Right laying in this corner is your beautiful tender. You just pull that out, and you put those, save those, and then once you get a few of those, you can make tenders or fajitas or whatever you want with those. And there's your breast. Tender, breast meat. All right, let's do the other side. Now just turn the bird. Again, start with my thumb. Gently move along the bone. Then I'm going to stick the sharp end through here along that bone. And then just keep cutting easily along there. Now if you want to trim the fat away, you can do that. Got a little fat here, you can trim that away depending on whether you like your little fat on your breast meat or not. If you want, you can just trim it away just like this. And then that can become pet food or whatever you want. There you go. Now what you have left is a cut up chicken. You've got your neck, you've got 2 leg quarters, 2 beautiful boneless, skinless breasts, 2 beautiful wings, and a back. And you may say, well, what do we use the back for? Well, we can do stock with the back, we can do all kinds of things. And that's actually a lot of meat on the back. If you put this in a pot, stew it very, very slow to get the stock off of it. Once you pull the back out, this meat in between here is really good breast meat that is hard to get out with a knife. Now you can sometimes, but I won't show you that right now. But you pull that off, and then you've got a little bit of this oyster meat in here, and meat here, and meat here, and all that meat you can use. All right, now real quick, I've got one prepared that I'm going to show you how to do the split breast. If you don't want boneless, skinless breast, you want split breast. Okay, same thing. Took the wings off, took the leg quarters off. Now what we're going to do is we've got just the breast and the back. And we got to get between this breast and this back. So we're going to pull all this fat out here so we can get a good look inside. Okay. Right between the breast and the back, there's a piece of cartilage connecting these ribs. Okay, and all you're going to do is you're going to kind of cut along that line. If you want a guide, I would take it and just go right in the middle and just give you a little guide on that side, maybe that side too. Then just go right through the middle. And you're going to get to the rib cage, and you're going to see the rib cage. If you look in there, you can see where that little cartilage is meeting the rib cages there. And you just go right through that. It's not very hard, nice and gently. A little bit of pressure applied there. And you get it down to about there, and then you pull it. And you'll see these 2 joints. You cut one joint, and then cut the other joint. And voila, there's your breast. Now to get the split breast, this is probably the hardest part. You can use a knife like this, but I prefer to use a little bigger knife that I can get some leverage on. This is a good one. Just cut a little bit of guide here. Put your knife right in between where the wishbone is and push down until you hear that break. Okay? And then you come right along that breast, just like I'm doing here. And you'll get it to this point and then just cut right on through it and voila. There's 2 beautiful split breasts from a beautiful Field of Dreams farm chicken. And of course, if you don't feel like doing any of this, that's not a problem because you can let us do it and we'll be happy to do it for the right price, of course. I'm Christopher Simpson at Field of Dreams Farm. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope this helped you out.